Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Penn State's offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and anytime this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, Dave.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So the Florida State Seminoles offense has the ball for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy on the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Leaves it with the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Grace hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it through the air. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front, and this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Give to the running back. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. keeps it going. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reads. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And it's to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by... And that pass is intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A first down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Second down coming up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on second down. grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. On second down, looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They want to throw it. Got his man on the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. The ball squirts free, and he was able to get back on top of it. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And now on second down for this offense. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on the football field. A top 5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to pass on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. DB's right up on the receivers. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Dialing up a second down pass play. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown.
He wants to go deep. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, no! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Here's the handoff. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. First down here for the offense. Quarterback will audible. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's picked off at the goal line. Got room on the return. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. There he goes to the right. Touchdown Seminoles. The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trying to find his man on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success with complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
From the gun to give, looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the return. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They get him down to this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that 1st.
He's looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started.
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They are up by 12 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quick completion on the out route. At the 45, on his way. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off blocks and
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, no! What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Seminole. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll leave it with him. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off play action. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. The snap sets up to throw. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Looking at a 2nd and short now. They'll try the run. Running with power. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the pass. He's got the tight end. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Florida State! And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep popping.
Going over the top. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. A third and long coming up here. Now the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side and watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job by the defense reading the tight end's formation. He was lined up inside. They had an answer for him. Multiple players ready for the ball to go his way, and as a result, that thing falls incomplete.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Quarterback checking the play. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's looking for a man on second down. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that is back-to-back sacks. You get down here in this part of the field, man, you want to keep going forward. You want to make sure you put yourself in a good situation, hopefully to go for it if you need to on fourth down. But now you're putting yourself really behind the 8 ball with back-to-back sacks.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
He's looking to pass. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw. Hauls it in. Right down the gut of the field. The 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Going up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown Seminoles. And the beatdown has ensued. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's nothing.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He wants to throw it. Keeps looking downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think